Alright, hello guys and girls, this is Example, and I'm bringing to you today the bread cube. That's right, the bread cube. It's a 3x3x3 fully automatic bread making machine. Now you might say, hang on a second, we've seen all this before, but yeah, you probably have, but I think this is probably the most beneficial type of design you'll find out there. Now I've got 3 different designs here. And we'll go through them in a second. Now, before you get started and writing comments like, but you need bone meal and that's not fully automatic. Well, this one, what you're looking at right here, is totally fully automatic. And it is actually it's 3 high, 3 wide, and 2 deep. 2 deep being this way. And that one there is actually a fully automatic bread making machine, though the only problem with it is you're going to be standing around for a really long time waiting for bread to be made. In fact, I don't think these guys have made any at all so far. But these machines here with a clock built in, you'll be getting a lot of bread in no time. So this design here basically only grows wheat on one side of the device. Whereas the one way down here, which is got a piston clock on it, actually allows both these villages to harvest crops. And this one here is completely chocker, full of stuff. So before we get into it, is there anything else to say about these? Well, at the moment this is a 1.8 Minecraft vanilla, and I think this is probably where a lot of you are coming unstuck. Now you're coming across my designs, a 3x3x3 series, and you might be trying to build it on bucket. Now I have no idea if these will work on bucket at all. This is completely vanilla Minecraft, and that's what I'm working in. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at this first design here, but first what I want to do is turn off this amazing noise. There we go, gone. Right, first level, or first layer of the 3x3 villager cube is ice, dirt, a dropper facing up, solid block, dirt. And these 2 hoppers here are facing into each other and ultimately going into this chest. Now I will show you how to build this shortly. Second level, the ice is now turned to water. That is because we've placed a torch here. We have hoed our garden and placed our seed on there and grown it into wheat. We have a dispenser facing in toward the wheat, or towards us in that direction, that way. We have a redstone repeater set to 2 ticks of delay facing into that dispenser. We have a splodge of redstone and a lever, or lever, depending on what country you're from. Then the third layer, which is the final layer, and this is what's so magic about this design, is we have fences, iron fences around in this configuration. Now, it's a bit hard to explain how this pattern's laid out, but basically I've placed a solid block on top of that repeater. We've got a blob of redstone dust here. We have a redstone torch on the back of that block. And that basically becomes a clock. Now you can make this clock go faster or slower. I think this will burn out, this one. And this one's probably the best setting to have it on. Alright, let's turn it back off. So getting back to these fences, well, what this actually allows us to do, and it's quite a neat little trick, is our villager is now standing in the middle of 4 blocks. So let's count the blocks. We've got a block of water here, a farm block, and 2 hoppers. So this villager is effectively standing in the middle and has access to these 4 blocks. Now the same with this villager here. This villager has access to these 4 blocks, which is the chest, these 2 hoppers, and that block of dirt. Now that is fantastic, and that's what makes this work. And because there's a fence, well, the fence is joined in between these 2 villagers, when one makes bread and throws it to the other villager, it hits the fence and drops down and then gets sucked up by these hoppers, which ends up in the chest. Now, these are messy machines. We get lots of drops falling down here like this. They fall off the edge. I'm not concerned about catching those drops. I'm after the bread, and the bread always makes it into the chest. Alright, So let's get on to this design over here. Now this one here is the piston clock. Let's turn this on briefly. Let's turn it on briefly. Oh yeah. Let's turn it on briefly. Okay, let's turn it into a bud. Let's repair this. Oh yeah. So the idea behind this one is that we've got two villages which can harvest. It's very noisy. It's also very fast, and we'll see that in a second. Let's turn this on. There we go. So that piston is going to power both these dispensers. Now let's just fill it up a little bit. That one's gone. Alright, let's hang back. It's a bit loud. So that allows both those villages to harvest wheat, and it's by far the fastest machine to build out of the two. However, it's very noisy, and some of you might not want to have a clock going that fast on your server, which is why the other one is adjustable. So if you're having trouble with lag, and I'm not sure you should, I'm not really sure that you would, but if you are having trouble with lag, then you probably want to go for the one way over there. Now this one, however, is a lot faster, and you'll be getting tons of bread in no time. Let's just, we can't even see them, we're so full. Alright, anyway, so you get the idea. Let's take a look at this design anyway. Right, so once again, we've got a block of ice here, a bit of dirt, a dropper facing up, and I've got another dropper here. Now the reason why I've got an extra dropper here and not on that one over there is to actually allow for more storage space of bone meal. It's quite obvious that you're going to go through tons of bone meal with this machine. So I've tried to put in more storage, and I can't add a chest in at the moment. I haven't worked out how to fit one in with the 3x3x3 design. If you want to break that 3x3x3 design, you surely will be able to fit a chest in. Alright, so this dropper is basically pushing items into this one, and this one's pushing items up. And then we've got the same thing again, two hoppers facing in towards a chest, another block of dirt, and an empty spot right there. Second level, we have a dispenser facing towards us, another dispenser facing towards us, like that. Block of redstone dust in the middle, and a torch there. And of course we would be hoeing... That's the magic of television. Look at that. So what happens is, if you update those blocks, and so for some reason I just momentarily forgot that would happen. If you update these blocks by hoeing them, what happens is it'll update this water, and the water will start flowing. If you don't, if you harvest it before the water melts, like I just did in front of your eyes, you'll be fine. And in fact, you can plant that stuff and it's alright. But if you have to hoe the dirt again, that water's going to flow like it just did. Alright, so that's what you want to do. That's the second level. Right, third level is, once again, we've got this fence configuration around here like this. If we look down, it's a bit hard to explain, but basically, if this piston is extended, we place a fence against that and then build this little box, right? And we've got a piston, of course, and a redstone block. We didn't see the switch under here before, did we? No. There's a switch there. Alright, here's a switch there. And that's what it does. Okay, so that's that machine sorted out. Now I'm going to go ahead and build probably both of these in a moment. Here we go. So first I'm going to build the piston design. Now we start off with, I've started off with a 3x3 sort of platform, and that kind of helps me work out where things are going to go. So that block of ice goes there. Now we're going to punch out this block here, and we're going to place our chest in that spot, like so. Then we're going to find our hoppers. Now I'm going to tell you how to do this, because a lot of people have been asking me, oh, I can't get the thing to connect. Well, this is what you do. Now take out that block there and that one there. Now I've got my hopper in my hand. I'm going to hold down shift, and then I'm going to right click into that chest, and that hopper will now be connected to that chest. I'm going to do the same thing to this hopper. I'm going to face that hopper there. I'm going to hold down shift, and then I'm going to right click into that hopper, and now everything is joined together. Anything which goes down that hole is going to go end up into that chest. Alright, so that's the first layer down. Next layer, no, so sorry, it's not the first layer down. What am I talking about? Okay, I need some dirt. Dirt goes there. Dirt. Ah, man. Dirt goes there. Hopper goes there. Go. That block is gone. Okay, now we're looking better. Dropper. There's a dropper. I want it facing up. And then I want another dropper facing into it. Like we had before. So I'm just going to hold down shift on the side here. And that is now facing to that one. Brilliant. Okay, and then what I want to do, and this is how I'm going to get around this sticky situation where I don't want the ice to melt just yet, but I want to plant my crops, but also don't want them to pop off. So what I'm going to do is grab some bone meal. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to hoe this dirt, throw down my seed, and then I'm going to grow that crop so it won't pop off. Same thing here. Right, there we go. And then I can put my torch down and I don't have to worry about that updating anymore. Right, there we go. Torch goes there. Sweet. Now, right, we're working on the second level for sure now. Dispensers. Right, they're facing in towards us. It's going to be harder now with the wheat in the way. There we go. One. And I need to place one there. Right, so they should be facing towards the wheat, like you can see just right there. Awesome. Okay, that bit's done. Now I need to place a piece of redstone there. And before we get started and carried away, I need to place a switch on the underside of that dispenser. Alright, let's just turn it on. That means the machine isn't going to work. Okay, now we're heading towards the top bit. We need to place a sticky piston so it's facing towards us like that, and a redstone block right there. And just to test it out, let's try that out. Nice. Alright, there we go. And now we're working on the fence. Now the fence is what's going to hold the villagers in there. Let's grab an iron fence. Alright, so to do this, we're going to place one here, then another one in front of it, and along this way, and then beside it, pretty much like that. Alright, so you should have a little box that looks like that. That's what the village is going to go into. Now, problem is, how to get the villagers in there? Yes, I do get complaints. You're in creative, it's easy. Well, you can actually do it easily in survival too. First of all, you need to get your villager. We're going to manufacture one. But before I do that, what I suggest you do is, if you've got Silk Touch and you're going to grab the cobweb, place one in there like that. And that's going to stop the villagers from smashing your crops when you drop them down. And we just need a couple of villagers like that, and we need to push them in the hole. Now I suggest you build a platform around the top and cart up your villagers, break the cart, and then push them down the hole. It should be that easy. Now this guy is a... what kind of villager are you? A farmer. Perfect. I want another farmer over this side too if I can get one. No, you won't do. Ah, you'll be right. In you go, shepherd. Alright, so the shepherd's going down, and once they're down we can break that cobweb and we are ready to go. Sweet. Last and final step, you need to fill up your dispensers and droppers full of bone meal. That guy's already off. He's already going for it. Good work, guy. Good work. So I'm just going to basically just place it in here. And in the other dispenser, I'm not going to do the droppers because that's kind of pointless. These guys are going to both go for it. Then after I've built the other one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a test and see which one's going to produce the more bread. Turn it on. There we go. So those guys will just keep doing their thing. Now, every now and then you're going to get a villager not replanting. That is a little bit of a problem, but because we've got two, it'll eventually work itself out and they'll sort it out themselves. Alright, let's go over to here. The second design is actually very similar to the first in many ways, just the clock is different. So Let's break that block, put our chest there, let's break that one and grab our ice. Place it there, grab the dirt. One there and one there. Now it's not necessary to have this dirt here, but I'm going to place it there anyway. Break those two blocks, we grab our hoppers, or hopper, and hold down shift again into that chest, bam, gone. And the same again with this one. Alright. And next we've got to hoe that dirt. Hoe away. And actually we don't need one over here. Let's not worry about that. Man, bone meal. And we'll grow that so it doesn't pop off. Grab our torch. Place it there. Right. Awesome. Dispenser. Where's that? Dispenser. Actually, let's grab the dropper as well. I should do this. Just so you know what I'm doing. Okay, dropper is facing upwards. Another dropper facing into this dropper. So the items are coming this way and then up. And then dispenser facing towards the wheat. We need a redstone repeater, some redstone dust, redstone repeater on top of this dropper. Hold down shift to place it, and we want to set on 2 ticks to delay. We want to have a piece of redstone here, and because we're not using this is farmland, we're using it as a switch, sort of place to put a switch. Let's break it again, place the dirt down, put a switch on there, there we go. Awesome. And then we're moving up another level. Okay, we want to place a block, solid block, on top of that repeater, like so. And then we want a redstone torch on the back of this block, or the side, depending which way you look at it, like so. So if we turn that off, have I made this a bud again? How's this actually happening? Right. No, you gotta be kidding me. Oh. Alright, that's because the operator is turned into a bit of a dunce. Okay, there we go. Redstone piece of dust there. There we go. Fixed it. Alright, sweet as. Now, we want a iron fence. Here we go. I'm going to place it there onto that block. And we're going to come over this way and place them like so. So should have that pattern. Alright. And now we're ready to put our villagers in there. So let's grab our trusty cobweb. And that's just so the villagers don't break the crops when they drop. Now I want another villager on this side. I want a farmer, and I would like to have farmers on each side. So let's get a farmer. Fisherman. Let's push you into the other one. You go down that one. There you go. Farmer this side, please. No! You won't do. Perfect. Now I just need to wait for the ice to melt. While we're waiting, let's get rid of the cobweb and fill up our dispensers. Well, it's pretty noisy, but anyway, they've both started and they're doing their thing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to empty the chests out and we'll do a little exercise. I'll fill up the same amount of bone meal in each one and turn them on. And once the bone meals run out, we'll calculate who actually is the winner. Which design is actually going to be a lot better to use. And we'll go from there. Alright, back in a second. Righto, let's go for this. Okay, each one has the same amount of bone meal in each one. Let's just check that out. A dispenser full, there's nothing in the droppers. There's no point in doing that. Dispenser full, no droppers, nothing in droppers. Okay, so they've both got the same amount. I need to grab some seeds. And I'm going to place a seed there, one there, and one there. I'm not concerned if one of them stops planting. That happens sometimes, and if you feel like you want to get it going again, just plant another seed down there. You only actually really need one farmer working. Alright, now before I actually get started on this, I have tried it with more villagers inside, 2 in each cell, and you don't want to do that. It absolutely reduces the rates, something chronic. It just does not work. Alright, let's turn these on, and we're going to wait till it runs out, and then we shall see who is the winner. As expected, the piston version has run out of bone meal already, so let's just remove that. We don't want that guy planting anymore or harvesting anymore, so he's done. I'm not going to look in the chest yet. We're going to wait till this guy is finished doing his thing. Now I suspect he's got a long way to go. Yeah, a long way. Alright, so we're going to wait for that guy to catch up, and once he's done that, we'll tally up the results. Right, it finally looks like they've both finished. Let's turn them off. First destroy that. Turn them off, and we'll go and calculate up. See who is the winner. Alright, now notice I did a little bit of a silly thing at the start. I let this guy plant wheat as well, so I had to redo this whole thing. So we took all the wheat out, took the bone meal out, started again, and this is what we ended up with. So let's take a look inside this guy's chest. Right, let's see if we can do this. Let's get rid of that. Let's put these guys on this side, the left side, and then we'll check out the other chest on the right hand side. Wow, I tell you what, that is unbelievable. That is so close to being almost exactly the same. Wow. That is absolutely amazing. So, let's just check this out. We have, on the left-hand side here, we had a stack plus 40 of seeds. On the right-hand side, we had a stack plus 35 of seeds. That's only 5 seeds different. And if you look at all the stuff on the ground, we actually lose quite a lot on the ground as well. So, this is very interesting. Bread-wise, we've got 56 on the left and 54 on the right, and that is pretty much almost the same. Well, of course it's not too different, but it's pretty close. And the wheat in the chest, we have 55 on the left and 59 on the right. So, it just goes to show that, well, it doesn't really matter which one you build. You're going to end up with about the same amount of bread in each one. This one is far too noisy. This one is bearable. So you need to think about that when you're building your designs. Right. I guess there's not much more else to say about this apart from, well, happy building. And, yeah, I think I'll catch you next time. Later. Bread. Anyone?